Hey, how we doing up out there? It's your boy Slow Maculato.
Stack Dior.
We here right now at the therapeutic community, the village of therapeutic community, live and direct, talking about mental health, mental illness, and how, walking in the spirit, make it help us shake out of that matrix. But I'm here right now just coming with y'all with my boy.
Yes, sir.
I've been waiting for this interview for a long time. It's been a minute. He been like he don't do interviews. Something like Marshawn Lynch and what and Russell Westbrook with it. If you get my drift, they don't do interviews unless you paying them with somebody email. You know what I'm saying? But no, man. I figured this interview be important because my man called me on the phone. Not to put his business out there though. I'm a nonprofit organization that we have started, and I'm have an EIN number and an LLC, and we are known through the IRS and the government as a nonprofit, the village of therapeutic community. And Slow Maculato basically means spreading love over the world, man up and continue. Nothing pimpish about it. I ain't promoting no pimping or no slow macking like getting at a chicken, nothing like that. No shorty, nothing like that. Now, what I do, I like to bring the village together to counsel them, to give them therapy. With my therapy, my counsel comes from the Most High God. I use His Spirit to activate that force, to calm others' vibration down when their anxiety is at an unbalanced state. Well, man, I want to ask you this though, man, if you don't mind me asking, not to go too dig all up in your trash and all that. I don't do that, but
Yeah, yeah.
I want to just ask you, man, how you doing, brother?
Um, I'm doing better, I could say. It's been a rough couple weeks for me. I was I was more in like in a limbo state. You know what I'm saying? States where I felt like everything around me was kind of dark for a while, and I
Yeah,
started realizing like all I do was just sit in my room. I didn't have the motivation to do nothing else. But that was that was previous stuff. You know what I'm saying? Currently, right now, how I feel, I'm better. I'm outside. I can't really take that time in that limbo state as like something to make you feel negative about it.
yeah,
But I have to understand it to where that's my time to think without any type of distractions.
yeah,
My black zone for me to plan and plot and see myself in the mirror and the reflection.
yeah.
So I can say I'm doing better. I won't say I'm the best. I won't say I'm great. I'm happy to not. We gonna get everything so fast, but I'm doing better.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Because as a friend, as a big brother, and something like an uncle, I was worried about you. Haven't heard from you in a week. A week or two. Didn't hit me with that. I was worried about you.
Yeah,
So as a friend, hate to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that, but glad to know you finding the balance within that.
of course.
But you know, now what do you do? Like, what kind of exercise do you do to probably to overcome that sometimes? Because that may help when you release endorphins through massages, exercising, walking, or maybe even sex a lot. You're,
Okay.
you're releasing certain kind of energies that keep you calm and relaxed. We call it endorphins.
For me in particular, I would say because it's funny that you mentioned that right now about the walking part because I didn't realize that I kind of picked up that hobby out of nowhere. So
Yeah,
I do go on walks every day. Like every day I go on a walk. It don't matter. Even if I got to go to the store for my mom or something, I would rather choose to walk.
yeah,
I think because it's more of just me in tune with just like I'm outside. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm away from the things that affect me negatively. So it's more like me out in the world. As I'm
yeah,
walking, it's a park right there. I see the kids playing football. You know what I'm saying? I pass my neighbors. They like to be outside, this and that. So seeing them doing what they do, it kind of gives me that uplifting energy. So I would say that's one reason to do it. Another reason too, I talk to myself a lot. You know what I'm saying? As if like giving myself advice. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm my biggest critique.
yeah.
So if I know I'm doing something that I don't like about myself, I talk to myself from a perspective of like, okay, well, I don't like this about you. What are you gonna do, bro? We got to figure it out.
That's
Like
good.
basically, like, I'm not saying what I want to hear, but I'm telling myself what I should hear as if I was someone else. Like for example, you telling me, it's like,
Yeah. No, that's good. That's a good strategy to use.
yeah, yeah,
That's good. I mean, you're very intellectual, very brilliant. You have a high vibration. People that do what you just said
yeah.
has a very high vibration. Now, if we had a quiet room right now and you were all alone right now, what kind of sounds of harmony would you hear or vibrate with? What kind of thoughts would you come into when one is by himself?
So I feel like a big part of what bugged me was noise. And noise could come in different shapes and forms, you know? Like noise could come from just like it could be colors could be a noise. It could be a loud color. It could be a quiet color, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just noise. So it could be TV static. So I realized when I'm in my room and when I get into that mindset, I invested in like a fan. I didn't have a fan at first, so I would hear crickets and all that, and it kind of had a negative effect because then that's the real loneliness when you hear crickets. I mean, in today's society, when you hear crickets, it kind of means like no one's listening to you. You know, like if you were doing a concert or like you're doing a comedy show, if you hear the crickets, that kind of means like in a mindset of like you're by yourself. There's nobody around you. So I picked up like TV static or like I got a fan now. So without being a noise, that little shh, it's like it's very calming for me to where I use that as like kind of like a barrier to me to focus on because not even that, it drowns out what's outside of my room. You know, it's like it's that noise within my own comfort zone. So if you know, I'm at home and I hear like my nephew in trouble, he's getting yelled at, this and that. If it's quiet and clear as day, I gotta hear that. So I'm sitting there and I was in my head about their energy comes to me. So when I drowned it out, it also gives me more in tune for me to talk to myself because you could talk to yourself and speak out loud. For example, you could talk to me right now. I'm going to hear you. But the different perspective is if I talk from my voice, I hear it out loud, but also I hear it within myself. You know, kind of like when you cover your ears and you talk, it's kind of like that. So just having that effect in my room and talking to myself like that, it's like, it really helps a lot because then it's like I feel like I'm listening to myself. And that's a big flaw that I've always had growing up. I need to listen to myself because I can tell you straight up, I know what I need to do, how to do it, and how long it's going to take. I know that if I really think about that, I know those three things and how to make me get wherever I want to go. But my mistake is I distract myself knowing that I could do that. So now that I'm in a state to where I'm learning how to focus and concentrate, it might be some type of form of meditation, as we call it. It makes me realize, okay, like I know to get up now. You know, there's no more about like there's no more me saying like, oh, I could do that later. I could do that. Oh, I got time. I could do it tomorrow because then tomorrow's going to turn into a month. You know, so I just realized I kicked that habit because the habit was taking me over pretty bad, and like I didn't realize it to an extent. You know, I started like giving excuses about I don't gotta go to work. Like they're not gonna fire me. They need me, but it's like no, it's not like that, bro. Because at the end of the day, it's a big world. It's not gonna stop just for you. You know, while I'm in my room sitting there shutting myself out, the world around me is still going. So I had to basically tell myself and force myself like, hey, like you're missing out. You're missing opportunities. You know, like whatever you're going through, it's there. It's going to be there no matter what. You can't really get rid of it like that. It's not as easy as people think it is or say it is. But in the meantime, maybe you going out there and doing what you want to do is at least you're trying to chase your happiness, you know? Because instead of me sitting still in like depression, I'd rather get up and chase my happiness, even if I don't even see it. I don't even know the road I gotta take, but I'm running towards something, you know? Hopefully that light pops up eventually, but I'm gonna run.
See, when I was calling for you and you wasn't answering, I was worried. And then when you told me you was going through a mental health situation, I really got worried. But then I got kind of like a little disappointed in the fact that you didn't call me knowing that my nonprofit is the foundation is therapeutic community. We're a village. So, you know, not disappointing way of being sad, but I was like, wow, you know, they come to me. But I understand. You know, I understand when people is going through things, they have to sometimes recluse themselves and hear voices and figure things out. You know, sometimes they have to go deep inside themselves to figure things out. You know what I mean? Instead of being the alchemist, sometimes they have to be the least path of resistance, or make them both coexist.
Of course.
But at the same time, the reason for you seeking therapy, what is your hopes and what do you want to achieve after you leave therapy, or through therapy? What do you want to achieve? Like, because you know it is therapeutic, and you know we have confrontations. We have conversation, and we have closure, and that can be a reconciliation of a balance, or it can be, hey, I'm cool, like that, right? But in this one, we want to have the triple C's and the TC stand on top, where everything should be about love, loyalty, obligation, values, until eternity. And me personally, my man, I'm gonna send everybody to the Most High God. I'm gonna send them to the Bible or to any spiritual awakening that they may want to follow them, and I'm gonna vibrate on their level. And again, I'm going to go to the Bible or the Quran, in the Old New Testament. You know, I'm going to go to Isaiah 35:4. You know, when he says, say to those, why are you fearful? Or why are your hearts fearful hearted? Be strong, do not fear. Behold, your God will come with vengeance, with the recompense of God. He will come and save you. So once you know that, man, who's ever plotting harmful deeds upon you, or even if it's you plotting back and forth, you gotta have a balance in that, because God will give vengeance. He will recompense. You know what I'm saying, for you. You know what I'm saying? That's how God does it. And you got to just have faith in that, brother. You know what I mean? Not to overcook the food, nothing like that. You know, this is, the Village of Therapeutic Community, Filmmaker Lotto and Dougal Lotto short film TV. And he's my director.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Stack Dior.
Stack Dior. So I have to make sure he always keep in line, keep that balance, because we do love him. And I don't want nobody to, I don't want no harm with my brother or to my brother or from my brother to happen. You know, if you get my drift. So with that said, man, I love you, man.
Yes, sir.
And just know if you need me, I'm here for you.
Always.
And I'm going to pray for you always. And I wish you the best. Meditate always. And if you need me to call me on the phone, we'll pray together.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Communication is comprehension. Yeah. And that rules a nation. With that said, we out.
Till next time.
And you know what I just figured out?
Yeah.
I lick my lips like LL Cool J. Peace.